Hey friends, Allison here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another day of the 12 days of Christmas. I'm sharing a new double page layout that is going into my December daily. It is about one of our traditions, which is building gingerbread houses. This year it didn't go according to plan for one of my daughters at least. She tried, I tried helping her, it just wouldn't work. It kept falling over, so we gave up. I kind of think the plan is to make gingerbread men this weekend instead. It's currently Wednesday, and I think that's my plan for kind of making up for the epic fail that gingerbread house building was this year. So that is what this double page layout is about. I'm working on the first page right now. I trimmed down white cardstock to 6 by 8 inches. It is going inside of a page protector. I added my journaling to the left-hand side of the page as well. I typed it on the computer and then printed it out. I made sure to leave a little bit of a margin all the way around because there will be sort of a white border around both pages. But the gingerbread house that I'm adding to this page is going to kind of break that border and hang off the page. Here you can see me gluing all of the pieces that goes inside the gingerbread house, the candy canes, the door, there's snow at the foot of the house, and then there's a star up at the top. I used a pencil to trace out all of those shapes so I could get them in the right place, and then I placed the gingerbread house over top of it. And I will use liquid glue to adhere all of that together. I do have to go back afterwards and add a little bit more glue just to the edges where I didn't get any after cutting all the excess off, but that's minor. I also decided to add a little border to the left-hand side of the page just to dress it up a little bit more. I ended up tearing the gingerbread house just a little bit. You are going to be able to see it in the photos. I tried putting a little bit more glue right here underneath that spot, but apparently I didn't get any glue there. So I still need to fix that. But that's minor. It's just a matter of sitting down and actually doing it. So I trimmed off the excess of the border that I created. I just used a scalloped border punch that I had in my stash to create the scallop border, and then just trimmed some blue paper to 1/4 of an inch, I believe. Maybe it's I think it's 1/4 of an inch. Glued those together and then put them to the left-hand side of the page. I wanted to fill in the gap between the title and my journaling because there's a significant gap between the two of them. And I thought the border would work really, really well. I will end up pulling some more of that blue and green into the right-hand page, which I'm working on right now. But as you can see, I stamped part of the title, which is the word Mishap. I used some close to my heart ink that I had in my stash, and then I die cut the word gingerbread and then glued that to the top of the page with liquid glue. Now for page 2, the right-hand page, all of the photos are going to be adhered. So I got pictures of the goodies that were going on to the girls' gingerbread houses. One daughter tried building a house, which hers was an epic fail. My other daughter built a train, which hers was a success, but poor Addison's wasn't. And that was the story that I was focusing on for this layout. I do have a layout in last year's December daily about gingerbread house building. So I thought this would be a fun polar opposite take to how it usually works out. Usually it works out, but this year it didn't. So I die cut a little gingerbread man. I also cut a little bow to make it a gingerbread girl and added the little bits and pieces to her body like you would for a gingerbread person. And then in the bottom right hand square or tile, I'm adding another gingerbread house. I did feel like the gingerbread houses needed a little bit more pizzazz. So I go back to the left hand page and pull out enamel dots like I'm doing right here and actually decorate the roof of the house with some enamel dots, kind of like you would do with your gingerbread house anyways. They give you all those little jujubes and different candies to decorate it, and that's kind of my thought process and reasoning behind adding the enamel dots to the roof of the house. On the right hand page though, the house is so much smaller, the enamel dots would be way too big. So I actually pull out some stickles. I pull out green, pink, and blue, and add stickles to the roof of that gingerbread house instead of the enamel dots. So I'm just adding them in blue, pink, green order, and then I'll do the same on the right-hand page when I get to it. I also wanted to add some stripes to the candy canes. They looked a little flat, just plain red. I don't have a jelly roll pen like a white one in my stash. I really wish that I did. It is on my wish list, so maybe one day I will get one. To get around that and to bring it to life a little bit more, I used some silver stickles from my stash. I also felt like the little white space beside the word mishap needed a bit of something. So I ended up pulling out some chipboard and stickers that I had in my stash. I found a silver star and actually a little green arrow. It doesn't belong with that collection, but it was a happy find anyways. And adhered them next to the word mishap. And to pull some more silver into this page, I added to the right hand page as well. You'll see all that in just a moment. So I'm just using liquid glue to adhere that star, and then liquid glue as well to adhere the arrow. I ended up putting something heavy on top of the arrow because it didn't really feel like it bonded very well to begin with. So after I added the liquid glue, I actually think I put my glue bottle on top of it and let it sit for a few minutes until it actually adhered. And then I continued on my merry way. So I'm back to the second page now. I pulled out some stickers from my stash. This is an older Close to My Heart collection that I'm using. I'm gonna add this little green sticker to some white cardstock so that I can move it around if I need to without actually committing until I'm ready to. When I do commit to it, it's actually going to stay in that bottom right-hand corner of the 4x6 photo at the top of the page. I'm going to add a phrase sticker, a snarky phrase sticker, of course, over top of it, and another silver star just to bring in some more of that silver. And actually, the snarky phrase sticker that I use is silver as well. This is from a Chrissy Ann phrase sticker book that I've got, and they're perfect for adding some cheeky phrases to my layouts. The one that I pull out here that's going on top of the green sticker actually says Hot Mess Express, which I thought was perfect for this story. And then I add another silver sticker to the bottom left-hand photo on this page, and it just says yay, because we were pretty excited about building our gingerbread houses. And then, as you can imagine, felt pretty disappointed and deflated when it didn't work out. So there is going to be another layout coming fairly soon here. I don't know when because I'm still gathering more pictures and planning the layout out. But I'm planning on doing a story about all of our Christmas baking. And I think the gingerbread men that we make is going to be included in that as well. I'm planning to take a bunch of photos of the different things that I bake for Christmas and making a page all about that and telling a story regarding that. So watch for that. But that brings me to the end of this double page spread. I hope this layout inspired you. I hope you enjoyed my video. I had a lot of fun putting this page together. I absolutely love the giant gingerbread house and how it hangs off the edge of the left page. I think it's so much fun. There probably could have been a little bit more embellishments on that large gingerbread house, but I'm still really happy with the way that it turned out. And we'll probably do something like this again in the future. I do have close-ups coming up, so feel free to stick around for those. If you enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up and a like. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here, and I hope you find something inspiring in one of my videos, in all of my videos, for that matter. If you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed, maybe consider doing so if you're looking for more Christmas inspiration or more Cricut design inspiration. I will be back again soon with more creative inspiration, friends. Bye!